Okay, we are live with our Peacock challenge today. So let me just make sure that I am actually live. There are 2 people watching us. Let's see if others will be joining us, those that accepted the Peacock challenge. My name is Raphael. I'm the founder of Guided PR, and we are here to challenge you to become more visible, more credible, and more influential. So let's see who is live while we wait for everyone else to join us. So this is what is going to happen today. So I will talk a little bit about guided PR so you understand what it's all about. Actually, let me share my screen here. I have an agenda to share with you. So here it is. Okay, so it starts at 5 o'clock and we're going to give a little bit of time for people to join us. And you're going to have to excuse me if I keep looking down sometimes because I am also checking on my phone to see if it's live on Facebook. Okay, so as I'm looking to see if the video is live and who is watching, let me just go back here. Where is the video? There. Okay, at the moment it's showing. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. So it's showing us live. Okay, those that are live and they're watching me, let's start with the introductions. You know me, I'm Raphael, and my website is guidedpr.com. I'd like to see who is live. So it's starting with showing up. You know, it's all about becoming visible, credible, and influential. I want you to write your name and your website as a comment so I can see who you are, okay? And what is going to happen is as you write your name and your website there at the bottom, Danielle will be saving your name and your website. And if you are still here by the end of the webinar, which is in an hour's time, you will win a prize. So just by you will win a prize. Okay, so write down there who is online. Tell me your name and your website. So D Burwis is watching you. So I can see D is watching. Please write your name and your website so I know who you are. I will do that. So I'll be the first one. I'm gonna get my phone here so you guys can follow. Okay, Raphael from guidedpr.com. It takes a little bit of time to show, so don't be shy. The whole point of this is that you're going to become a peacock, and becoming a peacock means becoming more visible. And for you to become more visible, I need to see who you are. So Andy from andynewman.co.uk. Great. Andy is the first one. Who else is there? So D, I can see your website now. Okay, who else is live? Don't be shy. Share, because other people will be checking your website as well. Never miss an opportunity for you to share your business. Okay, so we have Zain from centuroglobal.com. Brilliant. Okay, who else? Who else is there? It's always an opportunity for you to show up and show off. Okay, so that's I always say. So that's what it is about becoming a peacock. Hi, Janet. I can see you there. Brilliant. Okay, so from Tadpole Training, and then we have Sasha. Brilliant. Sasha has 2 websites. And then we have Jason from Jason Cherubini, okay, or Don's Light Media, very good, and Sunny Park, okay, and Sasha Bushby or Bushby watching. Guys, those that just joined, please put your name and your website. Danielle is also, she's here with me. She's at home, she's not with me, but she will be getting your names and your website, and she's going to put on a wheel of fortune and you could have been a prize. So let's see what we're going to see today. Okay, so the agenda is 5 o'clock we're starting. Okay, then by 5:05. So thank you, Andy from Coalfield Search. Okay, cool. I'm going to be asking you in a minute what you do, so that is going to be one of the challenges. Okay, you start thinking. You're going to have one sentence to say what you do, okay, and how you help your clients. That's all about part of the challenge of getting you to write your bio to send to journalists. So 5 o'clock we started. By 5:05 we are waiting for people to join and then say what to put there, the websites, okay? Then what we're going to do is I'm going to do a brief presentation, guided PR if you don't know it, and then I'm going to show you how you can write your bio, okay? So it's the Bannock system. And then there will be an exercise and Q&A, the chat tomorrow, and also the prize for today. So if you stay until the very end, so those who are online and stay until the very end, there will be the Wheel of Fortune where you can win a prize. Okay, right. So someone had just joined. I can see now there's 10 people online. Put your name and your website there as a comment, so Danielle can get your name and put on the wheel of fame. I keep thinking. So you are able to get a prize at the end. Okay, so let's continue here with the presentation. Guys, this is an owl, and let's see, what do owls represent? In one or two words, okay? What do they represent? Can you please write it down? I think there is a little bit of delay between asking and also showing on Facebook and showing to you all. Please, the very quick ones, because there will be a lot of interactivity here. So if I was presenting this live and there was an audience, we used to have 50, 60 people coming to our events, and then I would do a presentation and people would say, so, but because I can hear you, I need brilliant. So we have Sasha. Sasha said that owls represent wisdom. There we go. Janet, wisdom. Yes. Cool. They do represent wisdom. Now, I compare entrepreneurs and business owners to owls. Why do I do that? Because for me, entrepreneurs and business owners are high skilled. They are very intelligent, just like owls, but they are really hard to find. That is the problem, okay? So you don't walk around or you don't go anywhere. So how do we solve that? So imagine that you are an owl and I tell you, owls, you need to become a peacock. Normally, this is the reaction that I get from the owls, okay? So if I tell them, you need to become a peacock, there we go. So they go, what? What? Yes, if you've never seen an owl scared in your life, that's what you see. These are scared owls. They're real. Don't worry, they haven't been mistreated, okay? I don't know how they managed to get a picture of scared owls, but I think it's brilliant. And you're probably not going to forget this, okay? Right. So why do you need to become this? Is my question. What does this represent? So if you see a peacock in a park, if you were just walking and then you see this beautiful tail with this loads and lots of feathers, what does this represent? What comes to your mind if I tell you you need to become a peacock? Can you write a few words there? Can you share with me why you need to become a peacock? I'll give you 20 seconds for someone to come up with an answer, because you're all clever people. You're all owls. Remember, you are very skilled. You're very intelligent. But why? Why, what is it that peacocks have that owls don't? Why do they need? So people are drawn to it. Very good. Okay. So having that beautiful tail with lots and lots of beautiful feathers. Yes. So what do peacocks represent? If we have one word or two, what would you say? Center of attention. Yes, Sasha, definitely. Okay. Which goes completely against the British culture. I know, because the British culture all about being humble. You don't brag. You don't get attention, right? What about the others? So Zain, D, what do peacocks represent to you? Like, is that one word that you want to share? What is it? What do you think? If you look, because it's beautiful, isn't it? If you see that peacock there showing the tail, what other words, guys, comes to your mind when you talk about the peacock? Can you tell me? Don't be shy, because remember, you are here to become a peacock. Yeah. So the usual The unusual and special. Very good as well. Very good. Cool. Okay, so it's all about the visibility, right? So if you're walking in a park and the peacock has the tail open, that's what you become. So for me, the way that I describe that you need to become a peacock is that you need each feather is an achievement, okay? And the more achievements you have, the more attention you have from people. And achievements can be in many different ways. It could be an award, it could be you featured in a magazine, it could be the credentials, it could be a degree, it could be courses, it could be a big client, in brands. So there are many ways. My screen has frozen. Anyone else? Oh, let me just take a look. Has anyone else's screen frozen? Because for me, the peacock is going. Flamboyant, yes. I don't know if you guys, your screen's going? Because for me, it's still running. So I don't know if yours are running. Let me know. Okay, so I'll continue here. So we have the, no, okay, so I will continue. Now, 2.5 years ago, I launched something called High Profile Club. Okay, High Profile Club was launched in the House of Parliament. So I had an event inside. We had 80 entrepreneurs in the House of Parliament that came for the launch of my club. High Profile Club evolved to become what it is today. Okay, and today is guided PR. And I took seriously the owls to peacocks concept because it became the brand, okay? It became something that it is today. So you can see, if you look at the top right, the G is the blue and the green. So these are colors from the peacock, and it became the brand. So I launched the book last year called From Owls to Peacocks, 50 high-profile entrepreneurs and their success stories. I interviewed 50 clients, my first 50 clients, put them in a book so you understand. So if you have a story, if you create a good story with your brand, it becomes very memorable. And this is what it happened to the peacock story, okay? It became a book. You can join the community, so it's Guided PR everywhere, Guided PR on Facebook, and Guided PR on YouTube. There are lots of videos, and there is also the only difference is that on Instagram, we are Guided PR, okay? Now, a few achievements that we had so far. I've given a TED Talk. It has been watched over 157,000 times. I then won an award for it. It was one of the most watched TED Talks in the south of England. And then I had 2 clients who I've helped them. I helped them to write their bio. I helped them to pitch their message to get featured and to give their TED Talk, okay? So I'm very confident that I can help you when it comes to write your bio, when it comes to write your story. I can definitely help you there. Okay, who would like to give a TED Talk? Just say me. So if you write there, because I know there's quite a few people watching, who would like to give a TED Talk? If you just write there, just for me to understand, because it's the pinnacle of public speaking, right? So if you give a TED Talk, is one of the most sorry, I got lost with the message here. So it's the pinnacle of public speaking. So if you do public speaking, if you do presentations, is kind of, is the top of the top when it comes to giving a TED Talk. So I can see Janet. Oh, you would like to give a TED Talk. That's very good. Okay. The key thing with the TED is to understand when and what, and crafting your message is number one. Brilliant. So D. Okay, good. It's good to know. Okay. What about the others, guys? I can see, let me just look back at the names there. So I have Zain, I have Sasha, Jason. Would you like guys to give a TED Talk? Okay, because everything starts with a feature. I got invited to turn an article that I wrote for The Guardian called What It Takes to Be a Migrant Entrepreneur. And this is how an article in the media can change I wrote an article for The Guardian. Someone from TED read the article, and that's how I was to give my TED talk. Okay, so it was the article there. Brilliant. Thank you, Naeem, for sharing. So people that have joined, other people that they haven't given a TED talk, but they have been featured. So Anna Fletcher, she was in Forbes, in the Financial Times, NatWest. Okay, so she is a professional blogger and she has a property magazine. Carol Verity-Mann, I believe Janet knows Carol very well. Carol was in over 20 publications. She was in the Daily Mail, Metro, Tech Round. She was in a magazine recently because of her life story, also became news. It went viral. Okay, so this is what happens. Sometimes what I say is any publicity is good publicity. So Carol's love story became news. Okay, and then she went viral. So if you Google her today, you will see her all over the media. Okay, so Michael, who just joined us, if you just put your name and your website there. So her name, Danielle. What Danielle will do is get your name in the Wheel of Fame. What is the return on investment in PR? Okay, we get you on the first page of Google, which is something that everybody wants. If you have a website, you want to be on the first page of Google. How does that work? For example, this is what PR do. Influences people's decision when from you without you having to talk to them. So if you Google my name, for example, Rafael dos Santos, entrepreneur, my question to you now is, which I would like you to add there, if you were to be associated with one word, okay, so I put that entrepreneur, I also have my, what is one or two words that you want to be associated with? So if I was Googling you, is the two words that you would like? Can you write it down? Two words that you want to be associated with. So I'm going to write mine here. So mine is migrant entrepreneur. I'm going to put here. Okay. What about you guys? What would you like to be known for? Okay. What I will do is I'm going to add here so I can do a live demonstration. So I'm going to go back on my screen here and I'm going to change the screen in a minute. So I'm going to go Google because I want you guys to tell me. Sales trainer. Thank you, Janet. So you want to be known as the others. I know that Andy Newman was asking, what does everyone do? Good opportunity for you guys to write it there now, okay? Andy, what do you want to be known for? This is part of your bio, okay? It's very important. Sustainable jewelry. Brilliant. This is really good. Sustainable jewelry. What about the others? Michael, Zain, D, Jason. What do you guys want to be known? Please tell me, because this is important, okay? Because this can help you to think how you write your bio, how you want to be known, what are the words that you want to link to your website. Please tell me, can you please just write there two words that you want to be associated with. So if I think of a trainer, I will think of Janet. And if I think of sustainable jewelry, I know that Sasha is there. Andy, what are your two words? I'll challenge you. I'm challenging you now. Okay. What about, I know mindset strategy. Very good. Okay, D. Let me see. My daughter, Marion James, is too interested in the TED Talk. Oh, cool. I will put a link to my TED Talk in a minute. Okay. So international expansion, watching with you. Hi, Jazim. Okay, thank you. I will put a link to my TED in a minute. Okay, what about while we do that? So that's the link to my TED here. What about your other guys? International expansion. What does that mean, Zaim? Just for me to understand international expansion. Is it growing? You know, is e-commerce? Okay, this is part of your bio. Okay, let's continue here. Now, if you want to be known, one of the key things that I help you is with your messaging. So once you create a you did PR, you will see that you can find opportunities. So I did this yesterday. There are lots of opportunities there for you to find. For example, I wrote Forbes, and as you type the keyword Forbes, it found 4 opportunities so you could be featured in Forbes by using our platform. Okay, and then what it does is it tells you the deadline. So um, when you have to send your comments by. So if you are not in the platform yet, create your profile. You will see that you can send your comment by the deadline. So the deadline for leads is 24th of, oh, this was yesterday, I'm afraid. So it was 24th of August, okay, at 6 o'clock. And they were looking for people to comment. If you're a member, you can click to respond to this request. And what happens is it gives you a screen that you can send your comments straight away. And this is where we come in with the bio, because when you send your comments to a journalist, it will send your photo, as you can see here, your name. Is showing here the email, so it's not a problem, GDPR. There's my email there, and my bio. And this is where we are coming, and I'm going to show you how you write your bio to journalists. Now, the challenge is to write your bio in roughly 50 words, 50, okay? A lot of people can struggle to do that because you think, my God, how can I put my life in 50 words, right? And this is really, really important because that's what journalists want. Now, we come to the point that everyone was waiting for, which is writing your bios. As I said, you need to write in 50 words, okay? So that is very important. And you are going to learn something that I call Banek. So I developed this. So it's straight my name. And this is a system for you to write your bio to send to journalists. And what does Banek stand for? So when it comes to creating your profile and writing your bio, there are 5 ingredients that you must have. So imagine a Banek is a cake, and each one of these letters is an initial. Is an initial for words. Now you're gonna see what the B is for because by mistake I clicked. Okay, so B is for brands. Okay, so this is what the B stands for. Now I want some participation from the audience. What does the A stand for? Remember, we are creating a cake, which is your bio, to give you credibility. So this cake flavor is credibility. What if the B is for brands? So brands that either are your clients or brands that you worked for. Okay, so either you worked for or that are your clients right now. Okay, so can you tell me, what do you think the A is for? Audience. Not quite, Sasha. It's not quite audience. Thank you, Andy. Okay. Achievement, almost, Janet. Okay, so B for brands, A for... What is the one thing that starts with A that gives you credibility? Let's see if you can think of. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna close this. Okay, you don't need to watch my TED right now. Leave my TED talk for later. You can, let's participate now and you can watch the TED later. Very good, Jason. Thank you. A is for awards. Okay. And when it comes to N, what is the award that starts with N that can give you credibility? Let's see if you can think of. N, which stands for what? So what could you have a lot of it that gives you credibility? Anyone? I keep looking down because I'm looking at my phone. So let's see. Thank you. Boa tarde, Andy. You know I'm Brazilian. Very good. You did your research. Okay, so Jason, anyone? D, what do you think of this N stands for? Anyone? Any idea? Any takes? So I'll give you 1. I'll give it 2. I'll give you 3. News, almost. Numbers. Okay, I will explain to you what kind of numbers can be good in your bio to give you credibility. Okay, so now what does E stand for? What could you have a lot of it that can give you credibility? So you could have a war. Obviously, you could have brands as your clients or brands that you worked for. Okay, and don't worry, if you've always worked in small business, if you never worked for a big brand, or if you had a big brand as your client, it's not a problem. Because imagine that this is a cake, and if one or two ingredients are missing, it's all right. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to have expertise. Oh, experience. Okay, almost. Okay, so experience, and I'm going to explain to you how that is used in your bio to give you credibility. And the last one, what could be that it starts with the letter C? It starts with the letter C that gives you credibility. Remember, the credibility is the final piece that we want, and we are putting all these ingredients together. So I'll give you one for C. I'll give you one. I'll give you two for C. Anyone? I'm looking to see in the phone here. I have to keep drinking water because talking for an hour will get your throat dry, believe me. Right, I gave you one. I'll give it two. If I was to give it very good, D. It's credentials. Okay, so now you have the 5 ingredients that make your bio perfect to send to journalists. But as I said, don't worry if you don't have all 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my bio, and what we are going to start doing is breaking it down into pieces so you can write your own. So Rafael is a multi-award-winning entrepreneur from Brazil. I'm going to explain to you why I wrote there from Brazil. You don't need to do that, okay? And the CEO of Guide PR, an artificial intelligence platform that connects entrepreneurs with the media. He's listed in the Sunday Times top 100 most inspiring entrepreneurs in the UK. His TED Talk, What It Takes to Be a Migrant Entrepreneur, has over 157,000 views. And Rafael sold his property business after 14 years and has an MBA. So I tried to condense this as much as I could. I think he has 60 words, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see if you guys can pick. So we look at the Banek system where we start with B. Yeah, so B is for brand. Do I mention brands there? Yes or no? Let's just put, just to be quick, a Y or an N. Do I mention brands? Y, N. Y for yes, N for no. Yes or no? Just write it there so I can see. I just want to make sure that you guys are with me. My audience is participating, since I can look in your eyes and I can pick you so you can raise your arms and do it. Let me see. Do I mention brands there? Tell me. I can't see any comments yet. Yeah, thank you. Zain is the first comment that I can see here. So, okay, just to be a quick, yeah, brilliant. Now, I told you that you can either put brands that you worked for or you worked with. And I just added 2 brands there that have nothing to do with it, right? So you just have to be creative. Even though for Microsoft in Brazil before I left, okay, but it was such a long time that it doesn't really bring, I don't know if you would bring much to what I'm doing now, okay? I can see all of you guys putting the Y there, which is brilliant. So if I look at B for brands, okay, we have 3 brands there, which I'm going to come back to it, okay? Let's do one by one. Can I see, guys, have you worked or do you have a client that has a well-known name? So do you work for one? Ideally, what you want is to share. I want you to share here, okay? The name of the client, either the client who is big, it could be a school, okay? It doesn't have to be a world brand. It doesn't have to be Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Adidas. the Sunday Times, as long as it's known. So do you have a client that either you worked for them, so you were an employee at some point, or someone that is now a client that is well known? Would you like to share the name of the client? So if you would like to share the name of client, you can write there. Okay, so this is B for brand. Then is for awards. Okay, so the next step is, look, even though I didn't write there, but you can see that I wrote it's a multi-award winning. So I won 7 awards. If you don't have an award, don't worry. If you don't have one, it's because you never applied for one or haven't been nominated. Okay, do not think that you were not worth an award. So the very one that I applied, I thought, should I apply for this? Would I win? Okay. And obviously there are awards that some nominate you and then you get there. Like, for example, you just win, for example, my TED Talk, it was the most watched TED Talk of English. So I won an award from the TED team. Okay. So it all depends the type that you apply. Now, yes or no, again, have you ever applied? Have you felt confident to apply for an award? Yes or no? I want you to say that. Be honest, okay? Because if you haven't, it's the time to write the right bio for you to apply for an award. Have you ever applied for an award? I can see that D said yes. Brilliant. Okay. Have you ever applied for an award? Guys, I want you to know if you guys have applied or not. Okay. Because this is important. Winning awards is, even though it probably doesn't give you money, but it gives you credibility. Okay. Sasha, you haven't applied yet. So it's time to be brave. It's time to sit in front of a computer and do an application, okay? And the key thing with awards is how you do the application, okay? Brilliant. Janet, I know we discussed this morning. We had a call. I had a call with Janet, which is good. Now, N for numbers, okay? Now, people get confused sometimes, okay? Because there are two system, okay? There is N for numbers and E for experience, and people get confused with them. Now, N for numbers, it's not the numbers of years of experience that you have, because that is experience, okay? Now, N for numbers, it's any number that it can be very good for your profile. So it might, what is the number there that you see that gives me credibility? I think there are 2 actually. Apart from the 14 years, 14 years is the numbers of experience that I have as an entrepreneur. What are 2 numbers in my profile that give me credibility, and they are not related to the numbers of years of experience that I have as an entrepreneur? What are they? Can you read there? Can you write it down? I want to see if you guys can pay attention and if you really get it. So what are the numbers that you see that give me credibility? Number 1 bestseller on Amazon and good here. Yeah, high five. I can't see you, but high five to you. Yes. Very good. Thank you, Sasha. 157,000 views is a number that gives me credibility, and the Sunday Times top 100. Okay, very good. So this is Janet, you were spot on there. Okay, number 1, just because it's 1, but is number 1 bestseller on Amazon. Amazing. Okay, is there any other number that you guys have? Do you want to share with me? So I'll give you another example. The other day I was helping a client get the bio done, and they were not sure what number they had, and they make honey. So they have bees and they make honey. And then I said, okay, so how much honey do you sell per year? And they said, let's say, I can't remember the numbers exactly. And they said, we make 100 kilos of honey. I couldn't remember if it's kilos or liters of honey, but let's say kilos, right? So, and then I said, okay, so if you sell 100 kilos of honey or 100 liters of honey, how many bees do you need to make that amount? And they said, oh, 1,000,000. And I was like, okay, we found our number. Because 100 liters of honey, even though you need a lot of bees, might not sound as much as we have 1,000,000 bees. So it is the same information, but just shared in a different way. Okay. So what I want you to think, what do I have in my profile? You could have had 500 clients in the past 3. It's a big number. Okay. When you say waiting, Andy, I don't know if you guys, is everyone, because I think everyone is watching. So I think, because he said, I think his video is frozen and he watched the profile. They can help you have more credibility of clients. It could be that you have 1,000,000 views, be that you have followers on your Instagram. I don't know. You could have helped what to be fed. What is there? Can you share with me? Janet said #1 bestseller on Amazon. This is brilliant, being #1. Okay. Is that anything? So could I say that I have trained over 10,000? Am I back online? Let me just see what happened there. Is it on air? Chrome tab. Am I back online? Okay, I think I'm back. I don't know what happened there. Can you see my both my screens here with my name? Sorry guys, technical issues with, I don't know if it was my computer or my internet, but I'm back. Okay, I can see, hopefully no one left. I think Danielle, okay. You are back. Thank you, Janet. I'm back! Okay, it was, okay, brilliant. Okay, guys, so you have here, let's continue. Okay, think about the numbers. So A for awards, okay, and B for brand, you have there. Thank you, D. I'm back. And then you have N for numbers, okay, 157. And then we have E for experience, okay, which is E for the number of years. And this is the one that a lot of people are very proud of, unless, of course, you don't want to share how old you are, which is fine. It's fine. Trust me. Now, let's see if we were putting all of this together. Let me see, guys, how many years of experience do you have in your industry? So I have now, so I was 21. Oh my God, I'll be 19 years that I've been doing this. I have 14 years in the property business, but as an entrepreneur since the very beginning, oh my God, I'm going to write here, 19 years as an entrepreneur. Wow, I'm old. So I have Javid online. I have Janet. How many years of experience do you have, Sasha? Zain, are you guys online? I want to know, please, please, please share how many years of experience do you have in your industry? Eek, 35. Janet, I thought you were about 25. Oh my God. So definitely you have um, a few years more expected than I thought. What about you, Dee, or you, Javed? Who else is there? Zain, Jason, Andy, Jazim. Please share with me how many years experience. You have a lot of experience. For 2 months, just a baby. Oh, that's good. Have you just started your business, Sasha? Okay, so you just started making, or you were making before? Was it a hobby? Did you make lots of? Zaim have a 6 years. Brilliant. Okay, so thanks for sharing with me. This is really important. And now, when it comes to credentials, a lot of people think that they must have a degree, they must have this, or they must have that. Okay, like Janet, after 35 years, okay, in the industry, you know one thing or two about sales. I'm sure you don't need any credentials, okay? You have so many years of experience that you know what to do, right? So the same for others. Now, Sasha, I think Sasha does jewelry. Is that correct? Let me just look here, Sasha. Sustainable jewelry, and I can see here. So, is this something that were you working in the jewelry industry before? Were you worked on? Were you doing anything related to that? Can you share a little bit with me so I can see what it is that you're doing? Okay. While you do that, if you want to type in that, if you want to share is fine, and if you don't like sharing. But remember, the more you share, the more people get to know you, the more they know you, the more memorable you become. That's key. Okay. Share, share, share. That's key. Right. Putting all of together, okay, we have the Bannex system there. And you can see that it doesn't have been the sequence of BANEC. Okay, so the key thing is for you to understand that you can put in different ways, as long as when you're writing your bio, you are creating a little story, and this is what is really important. Okay, now one of the reasons why I wrote at the very beginning, excuse me, Rafael is a multi-award-winning entrepreneur from Brazil, is because I have there my TED Talk, What It Takes to Be a Migrant Entrepreneur. Okay, so I just created this to make sure that people understand, oh, he's from Brazil, that's why. You can see the link. I'm from Brazil. I mean the Sunday Times top 100 most inspiring entrepreneurs in the UK, and my TED Talks about being a migrant. Okay, it's the whole thing is there is a logic in the story that I wrote, and this is what is really important for you when you're writing a bio as well. Okay, right. Let's create your bio, your Bannex. The key thing here is that you need to write. Obviously, you can wait. Okay, but you write your bio by getting the sentences. Okay, so you write about the brand, you write about the award, you write about the numbers, the experience, and the credentials, and then you start putting this story together. That's key for you to do that. Okay, so you need to put the little story together to make sense for the journalist. Okay, that's how it works. So I can see that Sasha shared there. I have just graduated from Exeter Uni, studying sociology, and I was doing jewelry as a hobby. Now I'm working for Olga. Oh, okay, I know Olga. Okay, cool. And you were doing okay, now I know, I understand. So you're making jewelry. Brilliant. Okay, we can definitely help you become more visible. Now, what are the colors of your feathers? Did you know there are several types of peacocks? Okay, so the first one, so most of them come from India, just so you know. Okay, so most peacocks are Indians. So you have, and these are all real. So the middle one is the one that we know. Okay, so it's called the Indian peacock. Now, the one on the left, which is my favorite, and I wait to see a real one. Okay, now let's go back to the very beginning where I said, what do you want to be known for? Are your feathers, okay? The peacock here on the right, which looks white, it's called opal, O-P-A-L, opal peacock. The body is a little bit, it looks that is patched. There is a patch color of white and opal, okay? And I find peacocks absolutely amazing. What are the colors of your feathers? Share with me, okay? The one on the left, the red one, is my favorite. I think it's absolutely divine. That peacock is just amazing. So, if we are talking about your feathers and what do you want to be known for, let's go back to the very beginning, and I want you to write those two keywords. So these are your true colors, okay? So I want to be known for being a successful migrant entrepreneur. So my two words are migrant entrepreneur. What are yours? What are your words as a migrant? As an entrepreneur? Can you want to share with me? I know Janet said sales trainer, which is brilliant. And Sasha said sustainable jewelry. What about the others? Let me just check here. If we go back to see, what do you want to be known for? Okay, so what are your true colors? Okay, now let me just talk about a little bit about if you want to join guided PR. Okay, so this is what you pay without the discount, but you are here, so you would pay roughly £8 a month, which the business gives you up to 50 media opportunities. And we have the premium that gives you unlimited access to the media, which is the one that I showed you at the very beginning. When I showed you Forbes, you can get connected with Forbes. So you go on the platform and then you send your bio and your comments. But because you are here and for this week, okay, so there is 20% discount. So you pay £67 a month, which is £800 a year, or you pay 1,200, which is roughly £100 a month. Now the premium, what you get is that I work with you in creating a campaign on LinkedIn. So this one is 1,200, okay, and we get you featured in the media. And we run a campaign on LinkedIn. You don't spend any more, but I work on it. And we get up to 2,000 leads for you on LinkedIn. If I connected with you with 2,000 people that are in your target audience, would you be able to sell to them? Okay, so this is about becoming a peacock. So you get featured in the media and use featured in the media to connect with people to sell on LinkedIn. A lot of you came from the LinkedIn message that I send, so I can show to you that it works, okay? But now, so this is what it is. Now it comes the challenge, okay? So if you want to buy, you're gonna get the discount, but here comes the challenge. So this is what is included. So before I talk about the challenge, the difference between the 800 and the 1,200 is there are some limitations on the business, which is 800, and the 1,200 is unlimited. Unlimited number of searches, unlimited number of times you can be featured in the media. So everything that you want, and I will also show you tomorrow how I will teach you to be featured in Harvard Business Review, to be featured in Forbes, to be featured in Fast Company, to be featured in BuzzFeed. I'm creating webinars and showing the members how they can be featured in these publications, okay? So this is the challenge. The first 5 people, when we finish, okay, when we finish here, the first 5 people to create their profile on the platform and using the Bannex system win something, okay? So when we finish here, you go to guidedpr.com and you will create your profile using the Bannex system. So this video will be live for 24 hours, so you can use until tomorrow. Once you've done that, you go on our LinkedIn group, which I shared with you, and I'm going to share here at the end of the video as well. And if you say, I've created my profile, okay? What I'm giving you is the opportunity for you to be featured in the media. Now, the first 5 people to do that, okay, it will get 5 opportunities for free. I'm going to add that to your profile. It's going to be yours. 5 media opportunities. So you could be sending your comments to Harvard Business Review. You could be sending to fastcompany.com. So you can choose. And if you decided to buy, you get an extra 15% discount. So it's either 680 or 1,020 pounds. Okay. You don't need to buy. So that's not linked. Okay. So create your profile and I will give you the 5 media opportunities, regardless of you buying or not. And then if you want to get more opportunities, if you want to go unlimited, you get an extra 15%. Okay. So this is the challenge. Create your profile, use the Bannock system, and you will get 5 media opportunities. If you buy, you get a discount. Now, those that are there are going to win a prize, okay? Do you want to win? Say yes if you want to win. Say yes. I want you to write that because I have 12 people now watching. Do you want to win? I want you to write yes. Do you want me to post it on here? What? I didn't understand, Janet. So, guys, do you want to win the prize? Just say yes. I want to see if you are watching this. See if you want to win the prize, because this is how it's going to work. If you want to win the prize, I'm going to bring on the screen now, I'm going to bring Danielle. Sorry, not Danielle. I'm going to bring a screen that Danielle has been working on. So Sasha wants to win. Janet wants to win. Only those 2 wants to win. We have 12 people live and only 2. Okay, D. Who else? Come on, guys. I want to see if you want to win. Do you want to win? Yeah, I want to see Angie. Everybody likes winning. It's free. We like free stuff, especially when it comes to something like this. Okay. Now, let's see who is going to win. So I'm going to put on screen. I'm waiting for Danielle to show me. So she is going to put a wheel. Okay, let me bring the wheel here on screen. And I'm going to stop sharing this one. Okay, oops, Danielle, there we go. So we have the names and the websites of everyone who is watching with us live right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear for 1 minute probably, okay, while the screen will be showing. And I'm going to tell Danielle, when I say 1, 2, 3, I will disappear. It will spin your names and someone is going to win. So let's see who is the person. So I'm going to disappear and 1, 2, 3. So, Danielle. So D won. Whoop, whoop. Let's say congrats to D. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So congrats. Congratulations. Okay. So what do you get? Okay. It will be 1 hour with me to go through your bio in any platform that you want. It can be in the platform of, it could be Guided PR. Do you want me to look at your LinkedIn so we can write your bio? Do you want me to look at maybe your Facebook page? Do you want to work on your bio and anywhere? Okay, so congrats to D that we're going to work on your profile. Okay, now the others, tomorrow is another day. Has everyone received? Have you all received the invitation for tomorrow? Let me know. Yes, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. If you haven't, we can add you. Okay. Guys, did you enjoy this? Did you learn? Say, yes, I learned. Did you enjoy this? Did you learn how to write your bio to send to journalists? Was this a good time is spent online for you to learn? Please let me know. Okay, it's good to have some comments, some feedback. I can see there. Thank you very much. Hi, Carol. Carol has just joined us. We are ending. Tomorrow we're gonna be there again. Okay, so we're almost done. So let me know. I learned and enjoyed. Good. Okay, Sasha, have I turned you into a peacock, Sasha? Not yet. You need another webinar tomorrow. for you to become a peacock. Brilliant. Okay, thank you, Zain. Guys, it's important for you to put into practice. Okay, let's see who the first 5, that's the challenge there. Create your profile on the platform, create the bar next system, and then I'm going to put the link to our LinkedIn group and just say I completed. So you get 5 opportunities for you to send your profile to the meter. Okay, brilliant. Good. Okay, thank you so much for the first day of the Peacock Challenge. I will see you guys tomorrow at 5, and we have a guest. Okay, so from now until Friday, there will be a guest every day where you're going to be learning on how to lose your fear of public speaking, how to sell on camera. Okay, so we have an expert, a former QVC. He was selling on QVC, and he'll be there. And on Thursday, we have Emma, journalist from The Guardian, that will be joining us. And Friday is a surprise, which I'm going to share, and I'm going to tell you what is going to happen, and is related to TED. Okay, so see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Thank you. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.